You left the narcissist, but the nightmare didn't end there. They didn't move on. They multiplied. New stories, new lies, new ways to keep you tangled in their chaos. It's not about love anymore. It's about destruction. In today's episode of Dark Honey, we're peeling back the twisted psychology of what happens after you leave a narcissist. Because for many survivors, the real trauma doesn't happen during the relationship, it starts the moment you walk away. Some narcissists don't accept endings. They declare war. They try to erase your truth by rewriting your story. They can't control you anymore, so they try to destroy what they couldn't keep. And unless you understand the patterns, you can end up trapped in a second, more invisible prison. One made of doubt, isolation, and emotional sabotage. We'll explore how this obsession begins, how it evolves, and what you can do to protect your peace without becoming cold, bitter, or paranoid.
To a narcissist, you're not a person.
You're a mirror. Your attention reflects their worth. Your admiration props up their inflated image. But the moment you shatter that illusion, by walking away, setting boundaries, or speaking truth, you don't just hurt them. You expose them. Narcissists suffer from what's called ego fragility. Behind the mask of confidence is a frightened child. Desperate for control, terrified of abandonment, and completely unable to handle accountability. So when you leave, they don't grieve. They decompensate. One survivor shared, "He started emailing my boss the day after I blocked him. I hadn't even told him where I worked. He found out anyway." To them, this isn't over. It's a personal attack that must be answered with retaliation. That's where the obsession begins.
Narcissists are emotional shapeshifters.
They play three roles: hero, victim, and villain, and they rotate through them depending on who's watching. When they meet someone new, they play the hero, charming, generous, magnetic. When things go wrong, they become the victim, misunderstood, betrayed, done wrong. But in secret, they become the villain. Only you see this side. When you expose the villain, they panic. They scramble to get ahead of your truth, and they do this by flipping the narrative before you can tell your side. A viewer once said, "By the time I realized he was telling everyone I was unstable, the damage was done. People who'd known me for years stopped answering my calls." This is psychological chess. They want to isolate you, cut off your support, so your truth dies in silence.
A narcissist doesn't just talk behind your back. They strategically demolish your credibility, one quiet whisper at a time. They start with a concerned message to a mutual friend. Then they share a warning with someone new in your life. They use phrases like, "I just don't want to see them get hurt again. They've been through a lot, just watch out." I hate to say this, but every word is engineered to create doubt about you, and if you react, if you defend yourself, show anger, or speak out, they point to it and say, "See, I told you they were unstable." This is called reactive abuse. They provoke you into a response and use that response to justify their lies. My ex would message people pretending to be concerned. Then she'd forward my angry replies to others as proof that I was dangerous. It's not just cruelty, it's calculated sabotage. Even when it's over, they don't stop. They just switch tactics. You block them, they find other ways in. Watching your stories from fake accounts, showing up at familiar places, asking around about you like they're just curious. It's not love. It's not even anger. It's obsession disguised as control. You might notice strange patterns, friends pulling away, awkward silence in groups, rumors that seem to come from nowhere. That's them, still working behind the curtain. And when they can't reach you directly, they use others to do it. New partners, mutual friends, even strangers online.
always spinning the same lie. You're the problem now. This isn't about getting you back. It's about keeping you stuck, confused, isolated, watching your back. Because your peace threatens them, your healing hurts them. And so they linger. Not because they love you, but because you dared to leave. You can't reason with a narcissist. You can't out-manipulate them. But you can outlast them. Here's how survivors protect their peace. Number 1, go no contact. Block, mute, and disengage. Not out of spite, but out of necessity. Number 2, gray rock. Be emotionally uninteresting. Narcissists feed on reaction. Deny them the feast. Number 3, documentation. Save everything. Emails, texts, voicemails. If legal protection is needed, evidence will matter. Number 4, reclaim your narrative. Tell your story to those who matter. Calmly, clearly. You don't need everyone, just the right ones. Number 5, therapy and support. Trauma from narcissistic abuse is deep. You need mirrors that reflect your truth, not their distortion. You don't win by retaliating. You win by building a life they have no access to. Narcissists don't destroy you out of hate. They do it because you're proof they can be left. You didn't just survive them. You exposed the illusion they built their whole identity around, and that's why they obsess. Because deep down, they know. The person who walked away had more strength than they ever pretended to have. So let them watch. Let them spin stories. Let them rage in silence. You don't need to fight fire with fire. You just need to build a life that no longer burns. If this resonated with you, if you've ever been stalked, smeared, or sabotaged by someone you once trusted, drop your story in the comments. Someone else might need to hear it right now. Like, subscribe, and follow Dark Honey, where we expose the shadows, name the patterns, and hand the power back to you. Check the description for resources, healing books, and tools to help you stay protected and rise from the ashes. You survived them. Now, it's time to become untouchable. This is Dark Honey.